First, just wanted to say it was a huge win for us. You got to get the first one coming off the road against a really good team. Three really good players, three-headed monster, Mike Dom, David Jenkins, and Skylar Flatton. We knew what they were going to be, and they were as advertised, and they showed up tonight, especially David Jenkins. And I think it was his career high tonight. But I'm proud of the guys for hanging in there. I'm even more proud that Isaiah Maurice had a really good game and that Tyler Harris took 3 charges. That's huge because we've been pushing him to do that more. I mean, guys got uncomfortable today and did things that they weren't normally used to doing, and we came out with a great team victory.
Oh, Coach, you just got to mention there a second ago, but you talk about the questions about the front court, the effort and the energy that Isaiah Maurice brought tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks. Man, talk a little bit about how much what he brought to the team and how they fed off of that.
Yeah, I had a long discussion with Isaiah last week, and I just talked to him about his comfort level. He really felt like he wasn't as comfortable as he needed to be. And it's games like this that I knew that he could play like, and I think that it's going to be more. We're going to see more of this from Isaiah Maurice. He's a talent that we just got to get more minutes to him and let him play, and we feel like we're going to get more of this from him. As a front court, they've been taking a challenge. Myself and Coach Sam Mitchell have been challenging them to do better overall, offensively and defensively, and they met the challenge tonight.
Penny, did it feel like? Can you feel your team getting better? And is the level of competition that you played early paying off? Could you see that tonight?
Absolutely. I mean, we're starting to take charges. We're playing weak side help a lot better now. We're trying to guard the ball better. So absolutely, the teams that we played have gotten us prepared to get to be pointing in the right direction, and that's definitely helping us right now playing the games that we're playing because of the experiences that we've been through with all the other teams that we played.
Coach, Mike Parks only played 7 minutes tonight. Speaking of your front court, does the offense and defense run better kind of with him not necessarily on the court when you bring in Isaiah Maurice? Or
I wouldn't say that it runs better. I think that these guys are kind of having their own nights. I think Mike has done exceptionally well in games, and then Isaiah tonight was his night, and Victor's done well in some games. So it's like when you have those 3 guys, whoever has it going is going to play the most. And tonight it was Isaiah's turn. It's been Mike. It's been big some, mostly Mike and Isaiah, but tonight it was Isaiah's turn.
Hey, Coach, on last game, your team got in foul trouble, so that restricted you from doing a lot of things. Was the plan coming in to get them in foul trouble but with your aggressiveness?
Absolutely. We were going at Mike Dom right away. To be able to take care of him and not let him get his average, we had to get him out of the game, and it worked. Took charges on him. We planned to take charges on him, and we planned to go at him on the post. And once we figured out that they were double-teaming, we didn't do a great job of passing out of the double team, but we just tried to continue to put the pressure on him.
Coach, Alex Lomax and Jeremiah Martin played much more comfortable and confident tonight. How much did that help with the flow of the offense and putting up 88 points?
Oh, it helped a lot. It helped a lot. But those guys they're winners. They're champions, and they're not going to continue to be, playing bad. I feel like in my eyes, and they're doing a lot of good stuff out on the floor, but overall games, they're way better than what they've been showing. And the competitive nature came out in both of those guys tonight, to show that they belong on, especially Alex Lomax, to belong on this level, belong in the starting lineup, and Jeremiah Martin being our leader.
Coach, how do you balance out if you're like giving them a direction on the court and they're doing their own thing based off of something they see? Like I saw earlier in the game, you kept telling Maurice to take the charge, and then he ended up jumping and actually getting a block that was like a momentum shift. So how do you kind of balance that?
Well, when we're in practice, we try to prepare as well as we can, and then let the guys go out there and do what they have to do. But in certain situations, if I see a guy miss a charge, man, we got to get all of those hustle plays. We got to take advantage of every opportunity that we have. And Isaiah, he made the adjustment. He might not be a great charge taker, but he got the blocks tonight. But I'm always going to be talking about the right thing to do. Defensively, offensively, I just try to have them play together. Defensively, we need to do the right things to win games because that's how you're going to win games, playing defense.
Yep. Speaking of defense, 1, you give up 80 points, but does it feel like progress? And then 2, we saw a little bit of zone tonight for the first time, and is that something you want to use as a change of pace type of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. We've worked on some things when we got back from Miami for a couple of days with more aggression in the zone. Even though we didn't close out on the shooters the way we were supposed to in the zone, that's what I was afraid of on the road. I went to a zone a couple times at LSU, and they made threes. Went to the zone a couple times against Oklahoma State. They made threes where they weren't supposed to because all it was a good closeout. So I had to wait till we got back to work on it a couple days, and they only got 1 3 out of it today, which was good for us. But I tried to switch it up a little bit, go a half-court press, into man-to-man and then go half-court press into zone, and it worked for the most part.
With Jeremiah specifically, it seemed like he was more intent on getting into the lane, getting to the rim. He mentioned you talked to him about being more aggressive, and did you specifically talk about doing that?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Jeremiah has been, I don't know what the percentage is from three. We don't want him to stop shooting them, but his talent is getting to that basket. He's very hard to guard. And we're trying to create things on the ball to draw two people and then get him the ball to go towards the third person, and it's very hard to stop him doing that. And he did that tonight, so I challenged him to just get into the paint as much as he could to get those layups and to make plays for his teammates.
And Alex made some shots around the basket and in the lane too. Is that something specifically you wanted from him?
Yeah, that started when we played Texas Tech because they were a team that swarmed around the ball. So we started diving guys to the basket, and they left lanes open for those guys to get in there, and they just have to make those shots when they get that ball.
The progression of Antoine Jones going, and what is the ceiling for that young man?
Well, right now, Antoine he's just a little bit behind on understanding what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor. He's trying, and we really need him to be out there because he's our biggest guard. He's very talented, but the schemes and understanding the plays, he's just not there yet. And his ceiling is very high because he has a great individual talent. Might be our best offensive guard, but when we start running plays, sometimes he doesn't know where to go. And then defensively, sometimes he gets lost. And that's just being a freshman and is not catching on as well as Tyler and Alex are. And he's getting challenged every day because we keep saying, we need you to get this. So hopefully he'll get it sooner than later.
Penny right here. Would you say there's a stat from tonight that concerns you the most, 17 turnovers or anything else?
Yeah, definitely the 17 turnovers because we're not getting pressed. We're not getting pressure. These are really a lot of unforced turnovers. Those numbers are what's hurting us. Missed free throws and turnovers because we've been winning the rebounding game playing small. So we've been taking a challenge on that. We just got to stop turning the ball over. And usually we have 3 or 4 guards on the floor at all times, which is more troubling because, we got 3 or 4 guards on the floor. You're supposed to be able to take care of the ball.
Hey, Penny, I know you was out there, pressing your defense, but some of the calls that didn't go your way, it seemed like you were losing your cool just a little bit, just mumbling a little bit.
I mean, in this stretch of the first 7 games, I've seen some things go certain ways that I was really questioning. And the same thing tonight. It's just a competitive nature in me. It's hard, when you need wins, when you want wins, when you're trying to get your guys to fight, and then the call doesn't go the way you thought it should have gone. I don't want my guys saying anything, but I'm just going to fight for them a little bit or fight for them, period. And tonight I was a little uptight and had to kind of express some words to the referees.
Since leaving Orlando, there seemed to be much more of an emphasis on passing the ball and moving the ball in the Texas Tech game and tonight. Has that been more in the game plans, or is that just this team getting more comfortable with each other?
It's in the game plan. I mean, we have a lot of guys on this team that can score, and everybody wants to kind of shoulder the load by themselves instead of, involving teammates. And we're trying to get guys to understand if you draw 2 people, let the teammate make the next play, and then make the next play and then make a better play for your teammate. And if we do that with the way teams play defense, we're going to get good looks. And if we miss good looks, then that's what we want. I mean, we want to at least get good looks at the baskets.
Penny, when you're coaching out there, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like when things go wrong, you get more frustrated than happy when things go right. And I'm curious just how you're handling just the push and pull of implementing what you want to do and just the inevitable that they're sometimes not going to do what you want them to do, how you're handling all that.
Yeah, honestly, I had to apologize to them the other day. I said, hey, listen, I'm sorry, because a lot of times I should clap it up and tell you move on to the next play and great job. If I'm not doing that enough, that's just my competitive nature. When things happen well, I'll go good job. When they happen bad, I go, no, we can't do that, because I feel like the bad is going to make us lose. And I have to get better with that. And I tell the kids all the time, hey, it's just my competitive nature, not wanting to lose, but I do let them know after the games how much I do appreciate them, and don't look at my antics on the sideline. Just hear what I'm saying and know that I'm for you guys.
We got time for one more.
Coach, how much better can this team be? It was towards the end of the game. I think you challenged them a little bit and said something like y'all ain't never seen nobody that could really hoop before, and y'all let them put these type of numbers.
No, what I was saying to them was it was a joke, because I joke with my team all the time. I was like, you guys act like we didn't see that these guys averaged 24 and 11, 20 and whatever Jenkins did. It's like they started short closing. That's not a part of our schemes. So it was a joke to keep Kareem Bruton, like, y'all guys haven't seen these guys before. And we show them film all the time, and we kind of have this little thing where when we show film, guys are like, oh, man, we got to watch this again because we overdo it watching film. So when we watch film and see what guys can do, we have to stick to our principles. So but that was pretty much a joke, and they knew where I was coming from. But we have to do better with closing out on guys that can really score the basketball.